Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and Juventus have defeated Udinese and they have gotten those three important and precious points. It ended 2-0, so let's go ahead and talk about it. It was such an important game for both these teams, but especially Juventus because of what had happened the last last two match days. They have not really played that good. They have not really gotten the points. Two draws, and they fell far away from the other two teams at the top from Napoli and Inter. So they knew how important this game was. They are now, after this game, they are on points, tallied on points with Inter, and they're 4 points behind Napoli. But the fact of the matter is, they Napoli are still have to play their game, and Inter still have to play their game. So that is why it was very very important for Juve to get this win, and the way that they play today, a lot of UA fans would wonder why couldn't they play like that. The last couple of weeks, why Thiago Motta had to set up his team differently. They were a bit better, a lot better. I think the way that they played today, it just shows when they really want to do it, they can. It just baffles my mind that why they really couldn't. The way that they controlled the game today was a lot better than what they have been doing for the last 3-4 weeks. Even in the Champions League, I have said that they have the talent, they have the potential, they have the setup, everything is there, but they are not just doing it. They are not just playing the way that you would hope them to play. And today, when it clicked, it was perfect for them. They were control of that game, the of the tempo as well. The moment they wanted to increase the tempo and take the game to Udinese, sorry, they would to take it. And when they wanted to slow it down, when they wanted to calm things up, they would do it very easily, no problem. And Udinese really couldn't do much in that game. I think they got outplayed and outsmarted by Mota and Juve. It was a really really good performance. Two first half goals, and that's what it took. And I think it could easily have been a more, especially in that first half. I think they were really really good in that first half, and that basically just shows you when you have a good first half, that sets you up for the second half. It became very easy for them to defend in that second half because they had a good lead in the first half. Udinese, they came back in that second half, they tried to get back in the game, but still I would say they would had one or two shots on target, barely any meaningful chance that they had. I think there was only one time that they hit the crossbar. That's the only thing that I remember where you could have said that could have been a goal. And if that goal goes in, there's like 15 to 20 minutes left in the game, that might have changed change the things a bit. But apart from that, they were really not in that game. They were, they just sat back. I really don't know what happened. Even with Udinese, like, they are the team that in 1 week they are really good, and the other match day they become dreadful. And it was one of those match day todays where they were really they were lethargic. They were, I just don't know, it's because they it's like their third game in 7 days, because Syria, they played over the weekend, then they played Tuesday till Thursday. There were games there, and they have to play again today. Again, maybe the players are they were not fully fit. They were just reeling from the effect from the previous games as well. I just don't know what it was, but they were not fresh. They were not moving really quickly. They were not up to speed. You can name whatever it is, and you can blame whatever things you wanted to, but Udinese were not on it, and they were really really poor in that game, and they paid the price for it. It doesn't really matter how many games I cannot, it is a bit it is a bit unfair to say that it doesn't matter how many games, because of course it matters. You are a human being. It doesn't matter how much care is being taken for you by the clubs and whatnot. And even if you are a professional, you deserve rest, and I get that. But there is still, you still need to show up, and you need to fight for it. Even if you don't win it, and if you don't play good, you at least show that you really care for it. But in this game, it didn't feel like the Udinese players cared for it, and it was very easy for Juventus. They were just having their fun for it. I think it was their best attacking performance for a couple of weeks. People are gonna come and say they drew the game 4-4 last weekend, but that game was completely different than this game. They were never in control in that game. That was a moment of brilliance from Kenan Dilnes. That cameo saved them. Otherwise, Juventus played really bad against Inter, and then they drew on Thursday as well. Today it was like it felt like they were in control. It is when you are in control in the early stages of the season, the match day 3, match day 4, the first part of the season they were really in control and they were getting the points. But after that it felt like the things have slipped through them, and today after a long time it felt like Juve were in complete control, and Udinese never really had a chance to come back in the game, and you easily won that game. And as I said before, it was very important for them to win them, because they really cannot afford to lose any more points if they really want to challenge for the title. They now just have to sit back and they just have to hope that the results go their way. They have to hope that Inter draw points, Napoli draw points. It's a big task, but that's what they have to do if they really want to they hope that the gap doesn't increase for them. It is a very a weird place to be in, because as an Arsenal fan I was doing the same thing today when Liverpool and City were playing, but that's it's part and parcel of the game, and you will just have to sit back and relax. But for today they were really good. Udinese on the other hand, as I said, they were really poor, and they would hope that it stops right now and they can come back next weekend and they can put out a good performance and get back on the winning ways, because they themselves are 8th in the table and they're still fighting for those Champions League places. It is so tight in the Serie A at the moment. Napoli have sort of separated themselves from the rest of the pack, and they have sort of gotten away at the top. They have a good healthy lead, but after that it is very tight. Any team can finish from 2nd to 8th. It is very tight. So every single game is important, and every single point is important as well. So Udinese would hope that next week they can come back and get the 3 points, so they don't get that far away from the pack. That is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Let me know what you thought of Juventus's performances and Udinese's performance as well. Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 450 subscribers, sorry, by the end of November. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel. Until next time, bye bye.